हमारी एक्सक्विजिट रॉयल ट्रेल जो शुरू हुई थी एन्चेंटिंग बालासिनोर में हमें ले गई टू द ग्रैंड सिटी ऑफ गोंडल और अब लेकर आई है टू द चेरी ऑफ द स्टोर भावनगर।
भावनगर इतनी सारी चीजों के लिए फेमस है कि मैं और शेफ गौतम वी जस्ट कैन नॉट वेट टू गेट स्टार्टेड एंड एक्सपीरियंस दिस फॉर रियल। बट ऑफ कोर्स एक और रॉयल वेलकम। आई एम गेटिंग यूज्ड टू दिस बाय नाउ।
Good morning, Chef.
Good morning.
Welcome to Neelambag Palace, Bhavnagar.
Thank you so
very
much.
Pleasure to host the two of you.
Thank you.
Please come with me, Chef.
Sure.
Short brief into the history of Bhavnagar. So it was founded in 1723 by my ancestor, the late Bhav Singh Ji. And therefore the city is named after him, Bhavnagar, after Bhav Singh. Another name for Bhavnagar is Gohilwad, which is the region of the Gohils. It was the Gohil clan that founded Bhavnagar.
Right.
And that's why
Aap bhi Gohil hai.
Exactly. And our roots go all the way back to Rajasthan, to Mewar. And it was an ancestor called Sejak Singh Ji who established a base in Gujarat and named the capital Sejakpur.
Okay.
But then he realized that he was being attacked very often in that locality. So the next generation decided to change the capital, and then they formed Sihor, which is 45 minutes away from Bhavnagar. And Sihor was again attacked many times. And then very strategically, they chose Bhavnagar specifically because of the maritime trade. And Bhavnagar used to have a lot of maritime trade with Portugal, with Singapore. And the finances really flourished because of this. The Bhavnagar colors are red and white. And motto is Manushya Yatna Ishwar Kripa, which means do your best and leave the rest to God. So if you read history of independent India, Bhavnagar was the first state to merge with democratic India in 1947. And as far as the palace is concerned, it was made by the late Takht Singh Ji, and the architecture is done by a German architect called Mr. Sims.
How old is the palace?
It's 156 years now. And it's been turned into a heritage hotel in the year 1984 by my grandparents, my Dada and my Dadi. And initially, for about 5 to 6 years, we had given it to a group of hotels to run it. But then we thought that, there's so much history and culture behind this property, it's best if we run it ourselves. Because the value of something like this is priceless. And only if you own it, or only if you're from that family, you tend to understand it, have an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah,
the passion to it. So since 91, we've been looking after it.
So how was this journey from Prince to the director?
Oh, it's amazing, and I think my mother's always groomed me for this. She's always told me to be aware of the real world and to live in the 21st century. It's very important for erstwhile royal families not to live in the bygone era and to accept democracy. I think that's very important. So it's a good journey, and I've studied hospitality, very similar background to yours. And definitely not a good chef as the two of you are.
No, I think that's something that comes with time for all of us.
That's right, that's right.
जो सिटी है भावनगर,
Yes.
वहाँ भी कुछ स्पेशलिटीज होंगी. So what are your favorites?
Bhavnagar is special for a lot of things, but I think a few things that highlight Bhavnagar, and I've put Bhavnagar into, the public image all over India and, internationally, especially with the NRIs, is of course our Sheth brothers. Bhavnagar is known for Sheth brothers, and Sheth brothers are known for Bhavnagar. It's like that. And even if you see all their packaged products, you'll always see Sheth brothers of Bhavnagar. You'll never be Sheth brothers. They're very famous for Kayam Churan. And very well reputed company and family.
So we're in the right place, a city which
You're in the
eats a
perfect
lot
place.
and then has a lot of children.
A lot of churan and a lot of
चिल्ली
dessert.
के बाद चूरन.
Churan and a lot of dessert, because you have mithai, you have Das Peda Wala. So he makes amazing pedas, and any big function in the palace, definitely we call for pedas from Das Peda Wala.
Wow. You're like a walking encyclopedia for Bhavnagar.
Well, I have the responsibility to look after the heritage of Bhavnagar, so I must know
and you're
that.
shouldering it very well.
Thank you very much.
Real
And-
pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.